Hello everyone, welcome back to Jikook Moments. Today, we're diving into a moment that immediately sparked discussion. The moment Jungkook surprised Jimin in the very first episode of Are You Sure? From the instant he stepped toward Jimin's apartment door, his presence radiated calm confidence, as if he had always belonged there. But the detail that caught everyone's attention wasn't just his composure, it was what happened next. Jungkook reached out to unlock the door with his fingerprint, a small, almost casual gesture that carries far more weight than most realize. At first glance, it seems trivial. A fingerprint? Just a way to open a door. But for those who notice the subtlety, it's a silent message of trust, familiarity, and history. To try a fingerprint unlock is to assume access, a natural reflex for someone used to being inside. This wasn't a fluke or improvisation. This was routine. Jimin's reaction says just as much. At first, there was surprise. Naturally, anyone would be taken aback if an unexpected visitor appeared at their apartment. But that moment of surprise faded instantly when Jungkook identified himself. No awkward questions, no hesitations, no forced politeness, just calm recognition, as if it were a normal occurrence. This is not how someone reacts to a stranger. It's how someone responds to a person who has been part of their life, who belongs there. Context makes this even more meaningful. Jimin's apartment had undergone renovations during his military service. New locks, new passwords, new digital systems. For anyone else, these changes would create a barrier. For Jungkook, though, the failure of his fingerprint attempt was brief but telling. A moment of mild confusion, a subtle signal that his expectation had been disrupted. He knew, instinctively, that this door used to open for him. And when they later confirmed with Jimin's mother, it was clear, only those deeply trusted have access. This small episode reveals layers of intimacy and history. It's not just about entering a space, it's about the years of shared routines, trust, and daily life. They spent 2 years living nearly side by side, sharing meals, practice sessions, responsibilities, and even the quiet moments in between. That bond doesn't vanish because of a few months apart or a renovation that changes a lock. Even after his military service, Jungkook faced challenges. He couldn't return home immediately due to safety concerns. Logic, observation, and past behavior all suggest that he found comfort and refuge in Jimin's home. This isn't speculation, it's the natural conclusion drawn from 2 years of deep connection. The closeness they shared, physical, emotional, and habitual, did not dissipate overnight. Fingerprints and passwords are symbols of that trust. Jungkook's attempt to open the door wasn't random, it was instinctive. The failed attempt only emphasized how normal access once was. And Jimin's calm, effortless response confirmed that Jungkook is not a mere visitor. His presence is expected, ordinary, comfortable. Together, they demonstrate that intimacy doesn't require labels. Living together isn't necessary when the closeness is chosen, nurtured, and maintained every day. This dynamic is mirrored in public moments, too. At the airport, where all BTS members appeared, fans' attention often disperses. But with Jimin and Jungkook, eyes gravitate to them, captivated by a bond that is visible yet unobtrusive. Their gestures aren't performed, they are lived. Jungkook walks slightly faster to Jimin's side, carries his jacket through security, stays within reach throughout the journey. Every glance, every adjustment, every subtle motion communicates care and attentiveness. These are moments of genuine connection, unforced and deeply human. Their stage presence tells the same story. Jimin's expressive, elegant style perfectly complements Jungkook's strength and precision. They don't need grandiose actions to prove their closeness. Their synchronization, shared smiles, and playful touches reveal years of trust and mutual understanding. Even under scrutiny, their behavior remains authentic, showing that their relationship isn't a performance but a natural reflection of intimacy and comfort. Criticism and rumors have always existed, yet Jimin and Jungkook continue without adjustment for external expectations. Videos from airports, rehearsals, or casual settings show them relaxed, enthusiastic, and physically close, gestures that reflect genuine care rather than obligation. A pat on the shoulder, a supportive glance, walking in sync, subtle touches, all speak volumes. They communicate effortlessly without words, in ways only those who observe closely can fully appreciate. Their evolution is noticeable. Early interactions were spontaneous, playful, and sometimes overt. Over time, these gestures have become subtler yet no less meaningful. A comforting hand on the shoulder, a quiet glance during interviews, leaning slightly closer during casual conversations. These moments are evidence of a deepening bond, growing more resilient and profound with time. Even in crowded, public spaces, their closeness feels natural and unforced. At the airport or during events, they are seen laughing together, talking easily, walking side by side. There is no need for theatrics, no pressure to perform for the cameras. Their comfort with each other is evident, authentic, and enviable. It's a relationship that thrives on choice, care, and presence rather than declaration or dramatization. Small gestures remain central. From adjusting each other's jackets to sharing quick, private jokes, each moment adds layers to the narrative of trust and affection. Stage performances, rehearsals, and everyday life reflect the same pattern: mutual support, attentiveness, and silent understanding. There is no need for labels. What matters is the bond that is lived, recognized, and cherished by both. These interactions teach a vital lesson. Intimacy isn't about grand statements or public approval. It's about presence, consistency, and genuine care. Jimin and Jungkook exemplify a relationship built on these principles. Fingerprints, apartment doors, airport strolls, rehearsals, and stages are all small theaters where their closeness is visible, not because they announce it, but because it exists naturally. Every action, glance, and touch tells the story clearly. In the end, their bond is defined by choice. They remain close not out of obligation, not for appearance, but because they genuinely want to be together. Every small gesture, from apartment doors to airports, from stages to everyday life, reinforces this truth. Intimacy, trust, and care are stronger than any external validation. If you enjoyed this analysis, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to continue following Jikook Moments. Every detail matters, and every moment tells a story that only those who truly observe can fully appreciate.